How's it going, everybody? Some unfortunate news going on in the greater ecosystem of esports yet again. Not just in the greater ecosystem of esports, but also something that is pretty poignant when it comes to Rocket League. If you guys are unfamiliar about the terrible thing that is Evil Geniuses, and if I swear to God one of more of you says, really living up to the name, it's going to be the top comment. I'm just waiting for it. Either way, Evil Geniuses has been awful, to say the least. They've been a terrible company for a multitude of reasons. If you guys don't know the history of what's going on with EG, you can go check it out. There's plenty of articles. There's plenty of conversations about what they're doing, about how they're trade locking and basically forcing their players to take half their salary in one of their esports. They're releasing people left, right, and center. There was issues with one of their players in League of Legends who was autistic that they didn't give proper support to and forced him to retire. Like, EG has not been on a good track record for the last 3 to 4 years. Their merch is terrible. Like, no one likes EG, and they're making it even worse for themselves by now pissing off the entire Rocket League community as well. For those that are unfamiliar with what's been going on, there is a person by the name of Herc in the Rocket League community who has been hosting tournaments as a content creator for EG. Part of the deal was Herc was signed as a content creator, and with that, she was contracted to do 15 events over the course of the calendar year. They'll have a title partnership. They'll compensate it. They'll get people to sign up. It'll be great for brands. Chevron is the major partner in that. Big money, right? Herc found out a couple weeks ago that she was being dropped by Evil Geniuses, that she's no longer part of Evil Geniuses. And because of this, all the sponsors and partnerships and the last 4 events of the 15 she was doing this year had been canceled. She felt really bad. She's like, you know what? I thought we had a commitment. I thought we had an agreement. I thought we were going to be able to do what we signed up to do. We had a contract in place to state we're going to do 15 events, minimum prize pool for all of these things. It's going to help with all these different communities. We have a collegiate event coming up, all that kind of stuff. And the rug was pulled out. They said, no, we can't do it. For whatever reason, finances, otherwise, the reason they give is that sponsors and partnerships are pulling out. Which then, ironically, 2 weeks later, EG announces with a smaller prize pool without the involvement of her, hey, grab your trio, come play in our collegiate event. The thing that we said we pulled out, that we didn't have partnerships for, the things that we didn't have sponsorships for, we're doing it anyway. We're cutting out Herc, we're cutting out the prize pool a little bit, but we're still doing it. To which everybody, myself included, is like, why do you guys continue to go down this path? Despite the stuff with Danny, despite the contract issues that are going on, despite the terrible merch with Potter and everybody else, and all the low-hanging, tone-deaf stuff you guys do, what are you doing? You sign an agreement with Herc, commitment to 15. You then tell her, hey, we're pulling out early. It's due to our partnerships being gone. 4 events are canceled. And then you do the event anyway. Community is outraged. EG continues to... They also, I think, owe their players a bunch of money as well for the Rocket League team with Virgin, all those guys. Haven't been doing good stuff. Luckily, outcry and everything else, to which then led to this. Chalkcast, the boys, Rizzo, Johnny, CJ are now doing the presentation for it in partnership with Herc with a $1 prize pool more, 2,501. Very subtle, you guys. Absolutely love it. With an uncapped qualifier, a better format, and everything else. Like, this tournament, you could tell they have no idea what they're doing. It's West Coast servers, which arguably nobody likes. The format is terrible. It's single elimination. Like, they did everything wrong as a tournament operator, and just further proves why it's good to have someone that is endemic, that knows what they're doing, a part of it. So they basically did this as a giant middle finger, rightfully so, and hopefully everybody signs up for this instead. This is going to be the 3 days before that event. So hopefully everybody tunes into this. Everybody sees this. This benefits everybody. Hopefully Chevron recommends and recognizes, like, you know what? This is something that we should have had more involvement in and not let EG. We should associate it to Herc, not to EG. This just happens to be a happy little accident kind of thing. And everything was pulled apart from it. So horrible stuff. Absolutely horrible stuff to be seeing. Shame on EG again. I'm not telling you guys what to do. You guys believe and say whatever you want to do. Educate yourselves about what's been going on with EG and the decisions they're making. But I think there is some pretty damning evidence out there of what is going on and what they've been operating as. And it's a shame to see a company that has been around for like 20 years, one that I had a ton of respect for, go the same route as Twitch, unironically, where all the former endemic staff, all the people that made it what it was, all the people that actually believed and like cared about stuff is now a corporate entity, a shell of its former self that just doesn't give a shit. if I'm being honest. It's really disheartening to see. So again, stuff that's not acceptable, but mostly for this post to let you guys know there is a tournament coming up, new era series. It's with Chalkcast. It'll be November 1st and 3rd, and then there is more tournaments coming out after that. The Bandits on Wheels, the Draw. There is a Radiant Star Chasers event that's going on this weekend in the next couple of days. Those are things that you want to go and support. The other one, not the case. I hope nobody tunes in. I hope nobody gives eyes on it. I hope nobody does that stuff. You do you. You do whatever you want. I'm not going to judge anybody associating to it, but my goodness, I can't believe they're doing this shit again. Like, with the meme, when will they learn that your actions have consequences? If you guys don't know what meme I'm talking about, you should go look that up. But, like, it's just disheartening. Either way, more Rocket League news to you guys coming in the future. At the end of the day, don't support EG. That's kind of where I'm at. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.